This is a special presentation of Tiger Sports on Alamo Sports and Talk 1230 and 101.9 FM.
Alamo Sports and Talk 1230, 101.9. We are just underway here in game number 3 today, and a ground ball up the middle is going to be an out at second base. Amani Kosum led it off. The Lady Tigers are first to hit here in this top of the first inning. Like I said, we were going to start as soon as possibly could there, and that's where we are. So Kosum with a leadoff single. And then Evans grounds into a fielder's choice as the Lady Tigers with a runner on first and 1 out. As Evans going to try to steal, the throw is going to be off the mark, got into the outfield, but she won't try to advance, and it puts a runner in scoring position. So Chloe Lennar out hitting. I think the question will be whether she will be pitching here in this game. And we'll find out when we get to, unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to look at the lineup cards because I was doing my best to just get over here in time to get started with the game. One hop to the backstop, and that's going to allow the runner to advance to third. And so the Lady Tigers are runner on third and 1 out. That's low as well. And Davi Gonzalez in the on-deck circle for the Lady Tigers. And we'll try to get you all the defensive setup as best as we can. Shout out to Otero Federal Credit Union. We'd normally have a pregame show, but that was not happening. And Lunar still showing some pain after she took that line drive off her left leg towards the end of the game against Centennial, which the Lady Tigers did grab the win there, 9-6. Two and two the count here to Lennar. And this will be softly lined up the third base side, foul ball. And we'll keep it 2-2. Now, Lady Tigers have played all 3 district opponents here in the state playoffs. This is the second time they played Las Cruces in the state postseason. Of course, Cruces beat Alamogordo back in Alamogordo 3-1. And this is a pop-up out to center field. Should be deep enough for Evans to tag. Here comes the throw in. That will not be there in time. And the Lady Tigers have a 1-0 lead. So good start for Alamogordo. And a sac fly RBI for Lunar. And Davi Gonzalez will come to the plate with the bases empty. Gonzalez hit a home run in the win against Centennial, and she lines this out to left center field. That is down for at least one base. She should be able to get to 2. The throw in, that's a good throw, but it just is beat out by Gonzalez. And another extra base hit for Davi as she continues to rack those up in this postseason. And Iceland Ortiz will come out here for the Lady Tigers. A runner on second with 2 down. Alamogordo leading 1-0. And this will be sent out to right field. That'll get down for a base hit. And they will send Davi. And here's the throw, and it's going to be in time, and they get her. Now, a little bit of a hesitation. She was rounding third, and I was a little surprised that They center there. That's the third time that a runner's been tagged out at home here against the Lady Tigers. A couple of those happened in the Cleveland game. All right, let's take our first break. We'll return. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
This is Deborah Romero, President and CEO of First National Bank. As we celebrate 70 years, we want to say thank you to our community for trusting us. We are honored to serve our neighbors, families, and small businesses. That's the First National Bank difference.
Member FDIC.
Are you starting your own business or looking to expand? This is Jackie at First National Bank. It's easy. Apply online at www.fnb4u.com. Let's get started.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019, as the Alamogordo Lady Tigers will go with Jalen Vela to start. As we mentioned, if you weren't with us for the Centennial game in the top of the seventh inning, Chloe Lennar took a line drive off of her left leg, and you could tell she was hitting, but she really wasn't able to put a whole lot of weight on it. And so an eighth grader going to pitch here for the Lady Tigers with a chance to send them to a state championship game. And a one-hopper to the backstop. So certainly the pressure is up, to say the least. But it's one of those, this is why, it's a team. You got to have everybody be able to contribute. Obviously, they'd like to have Chloe out there, but as foul ball came in right as Vela was going into her motion. And Erica Silva to lead it off for the Lady Bulldogs. And this is a pop-up and out of play. Leadoff hitter for Las Cruces. And looks like they need a new softball. And they'll toss a new one out to Vela. As they said, it was one of the practice balls that. And go with an off-speed pitch that's going to miss a little up and away. And the count evens up. It's 1-1 or 2-1? It should be 2-1. Scoreboard shows 1-1. 2-1 the count. And a foul ball again, 2-2. Defensively, no big changes for the Lady Tigers. I think it's exactly the same with the exception of Vela. And this is going to be popped up and out of play. I imagine that Chloe is the designated player in this game, Chloe Lennar, and she's hitting for Vela. One thing I will say for the Lady Tiger pitchers here, both Jalen Vela and Reagan Rose, if we see her perhaps, have pitched against Las Cruces. Hard hit line drive that goes foul at the third baseline, and the Las Cruces coach had to get out of the way and having some fun with that. As we await the 2-2. Goes off speed but misses the letters. And the count now full 3-2. Here comes the pitch. And this is going to be hit out to left field. Hanging up, and Reagan Rose on the run makes a very nice grab. And there's one down. Now that's something, again, with the difference in pitching for the Lady Tigers, just not the experience. They're going to need the defense to have a really good game. And that's a solid start there for Rose in left field as the number 2 hitter for the Lady Bulldogs come to the plate. And that'll be number 21, Leah Pacheco. Swing and a miss. 1-0 Lady Tigers here in the top of the first inning. So defensively, by the way, for Lady Tigers, Haley Evans catching again, Alyssa Bautista at first, Iceland Ortiz at second, Amani Kosum at short, one hopper to the catcher, and it's 1-1. And Daviana Gonzalez is over at third base. Left field is Rose, as we mentioned, Chloe Evans in center, and Allison Cisco in right field. The 1-1. That's high. 2-1. Something else to mention, we're on the main field here at Cleveland now, so they've got the field turf down. It's everywhere. There's no actual dirt on this field, so it's all synthetic turf. As here comes the 2-1, and she'll miss that one high. 3-1. Zaisha Hawkins in the on-deck circle. And a line drive that'll go right back up the middle, base hit. And Las Cruces with their first base runner of this game. And so Hawkins to the plate. Here's the pitch. And line back in our direction. Got a netting in front of me, and I'm still going to flinch. It doesn't never fails. 0-1 the count. And goes off speed, but drops below the knees. Counts 1-1. Pitcher Krista Barella in the on-deck circle for Las Cruces. They've only had to play one game today. This is the third game here for the Lady Tigers. So, and a line drive and just over the outreach glove of Kosum out into left center field. Could score a run as the throw in will not be in time. They go home with it. It's just a little bit late. Nobody to cover the bag at third. And it's an RBI triple for Zaisha Hawkins. And Las Cruces has tied it up. And Coach Ronnie Ray is going to go out and talk to his pitcher as the game ties up at 1-1. Now, no doubt this game has a different makeup. If you're just joining us, Chloe Lennar, who's been the starting pitcher all season long for the Lady Tigers, took a line drive off her left leg, and she unable to start in this game. And so we'll see if, we've seen both Jalen Vela and maybe Reagan Rose pitch this year. We'll see if they're able to make a go of it here. And they both have, I said, pitched well. Like I said, the game, I think it was a 3-2 game the Lady Tigers won against Cruces back at home about 3 weeks ago. And Rose, I think, only allowed 2 runs. Vela allowed 1 run. I think Reagan pitched 3, Jalen pitched 2, and then Chloe came in and pitched the final 2 innings of the game. And I think both of them probably got some opportunities to pitch against Gadsden last week of the season as well. So they've seen varsity time, and, it's one of those deals where, it's next person up. They've got to be able to, if they want to play for a state championship. But definitely changes the makeup of the game. There's no doubt that, Alamogordo's best pitcher, unfortunately, not able to go in this game. But we'll see if one of the other ladies are able to step up, and maybe offensively is where the difference will be. This is hit out to left field for a base hit, and that'll get all the way to the wall in that direction as well. Should be 2 bases, and it is for Krista Barella. And so single, double, triple here for Las Cruces. And back-to-back RBIs as they take the lead 2-1. So to bring up number 20, Emma Madrid, hitting in the number 5 spot. And here comes the pitch from the righty Vela. It's a pop-up and out of play. And the count's 0-1. Still just 1 out in the inning. Runner on second. 2-1 Las Cruces on the Richardson Motors scoreboard. Here's the pitch. And it's low. Evans able to keep that in front of her. 1-1. Danae DiMatteo in the on-deck circle for Las Cruces. And this is going to be hit out to right center field, and that'll get down for a base hit. They'll get the ball in. It won't allow the run to score as that hung up for a little bit. The runner held at second just to make sure somebody was going to be able to make the grab. But that is 4 straight hits for Las Cruces. Single, triple, double, single. And I think we're going to see a pitching change here as Reagan Rose is going to come in from left field. And so she'll get an opportunity here to pitch for the Lady Tigers. And I don't know if they're going to just have Jalen go out to left field. I think that's, I don't know, she's the DP there, or she wasn't the DP, but yeah, waiting to see who is going to be replacing Rose out in left field. But a pitching change for Alamogordo with 2 runs across. Runners in the corners here for Las Cruces. And so Vela is going to go out to left field. So I don't know who Chloe's must be DPing for. If it's either Chloe Lunar or Chloe Evans or Allison Cisco, or maybe somebody else in the order. We'll find out as we go along. So Rose will come in and has a great opportunity here at State. I mean, that's the one thing for these ladies is they're going to get the chance here. As Rose gets some high fives from her teammates and gets ready to pitch here to Danae DiMatteo for Las Cruces. Pacheco with a single, Hawkins with a triple, Varela with a double, and then a single for Madrid. And the first pitch from Rose is in there for a strike, 0-1. And trying to hit the outside corner, but that'll miss off, 1-1. And a pop-up that might stay in play, but no, it's going to get over the top of the netting. And the count is 1-2. One out and runners in the corners for Las Cruces in the bottom of the first inning. And the righty Reagan Rose in the circle for the Lady Tigers. 1-2 is down and in. And the count evens up at 2-2. Amaya Pinedo in the on-deck circle for Las Cruces. And up and away misses. Runner going between second and third. They end up throwing out to second, but the runner already gets there. And it'll be second and third now for DiMatteo. And it's a full count, 3-2. And a ground ball foul. And that ended up hitting Pinedo. I think she's okay, or either she got out of the way just in time. All right, still 3-2 here with runners on second and third. And this is hit well out to left field. And Vela won't be able to get to it. One run scores. They'll send another. They will go to second and get the out there. But 2 runs do come across. 2 RBI single. As Kosum made a smart play on the cutoff to go to second base. And instead of trying to go home and at least get the out. But 4-1 Las Cruces now. And Amaya Pinedo steps into the left-hand batter's box. And a pop-up on the infield. And Rose going to go get it. And that'll end the inning. But Las Cruces puts up 4. And we go to the top of the second with the Lady Tigers trailing by 3 on the Richardson Motors scoreboard. 4-1 your score. We'll be right back.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle.
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger. See you at the game.
Transform your home with Ochoa Stucco. Whether it's a fresh look or a durable finish, their expert team delivers quality and style. Say goodbye to bland exteriors and hello to stunning curb appeal. Ochoa Stucco, always a flawless finish. 442-6745.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. As the Lady Tigers trail 4-1, and Alyssa Bautista is stepping up to the plate. She had a very good game against Centennial. I believe came away with 3 hits, and overall the Lady Tigers have hit the ball so well here up at Cleveland High School. Big turnaround from the first 2 games of the state tournament. And this will be a high pop-up that will go out to center field. Hawkins will get underneath that, and she has it for out number 1. And it'll bring up Allison Cisco now. Cisco 3 hits in the game against Centennial, including a triple. Looking to bunt. She'll foul off the first one. 0-1. Got a little bump up in the order here, I think, due to her performance. Actually, the whole tournament, she's pitched well, or should say pitched well, hit well. As Krista Barello, the righty. And that'll miss high. Or, I'm sorry. They changed pitchers. Leah Pacheco, I'm sorry. So Leah Pacheco And a ground ball on the bunt attempt is going to be foul. And the count's 0-2. So Cisco and then Evans after Bautista led off the inning. And a swing and a miss from Cisco. And there's 2 down. So Chloe Evans up here in the number 8 spot for Alamogordo. And waiting to see who's going to be hitting 9th for the Lady Tigers. And it is Reagan Rose. That'll round out the lineup for Alamogordo. Swing and a miss.
On your toes, expect it.
The 0-1. And it's a bunt attempt. And fielded cleanly. Toss on to first by Pacheco. And that is 3. So Lady Tigers down in order here in the second inning. And we go to the bottom of the second. Las Cruces in front, 4-1 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. We'll be back.
Just keep driving. OFCU has teamed up with Casa Auto Group and Alamo Ford for another fairground sale. For a limited time starting Friday, May 15th through Monday, May 18th, you can find the perfect ride with rates as low as 4.24% APR. Drift in and take advantage of this great deal and drive away with no payments for 90 days. Limited time offer. All loans are subject to approval. Rates vary based on collateral or terms. Not all will qualify. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 12:30, 101.9. Bottom of the second inning. A 4-1 lead for Las Cruces as they come up to bat. And Reagan Rose pitching here for the Lady Tigers. And we got time call. And I think wanted the Alamogordo coach a little bit further inside the dugout. And so now we're ready to go. And first pitch is going to be in there for a strike. Leading it off for the Lady Bulldogs is number 17, Jeslyn Gallardo. And this is going to be hit in the air out to right center field. Long run here from Allison Cisco, and she's going to make the grab for the first out. And the number 9 hitter for Las Cruces to the plate. And it'll be Cami Munda. As that pitch will miss a little high. The count's 1-0. And they'll be back at the top of the order for Las Cruces. Erica Silva also due up this inning. And a softly hit ground ball at the third base line. And the count 1-1. Rose checking her hit sheet, and now she's ready to go. And she'll one-hop that one across the plate. 2-1 now to Munda. First inning for Las Cruces, Leah Pacheco had a single with one out. Then Hawkins with an RBI triple. RBI double for Barella, a single from Madrid, and then a 2 RBI single from Di Matteo. She was tagged out at second trying to snatch it into double. Here's a high pop-up. That's going to stay in play, and it's going to bounce up the third base line. Vela just couldn't quite get to it, and the runner is going to advance to second as the Lady Tigers also didn't get the throw in, so it allowed Munda to advance, and it puts a runner in scoring position again. Now a little bit of inexperience as well in left field there. Haven't seen Vela a bunch there. And I think we're going to switch right field and left field here, as they're going to move Cisco out to left, and Vela will go to right field. And now we're ready to go. So it's runner on second with one down. And fouled off and back to the screen. Silva, a line out to left field her first time up. Time called is I think Vela's getting some sunglasses. She's, going to be looking directly into the sun out there in right field. And this is hit hard up the third base line, and that will hit the, I guess there is actual dirt out there on the warning track. At least the way it kicked up, it looked like it was dirt. Maybe it's just the pellets that are in the field turf. But looking at the rest of the field, it looks like that's black, so I don't know, looked like dirt. Not that any of that matters. It's a long foul ball, and it's 0-2. Runner on second with one down in the bottom of the second. Las Cruces leading 4-1 on the Richardson Motors scoreboard. And this is line foul and out of play. And the count will stay 0-2. And this is hit well out to left field, but right at Cisco. She's got the grab. They're going to try to get her at third. No, she's able to slide in front of the tag. That was a risky tag up there from Munda to get to third with 2 outs. That really doesn't do a bunch for you unless there's a wild pitch, but that's definitely not one where you would have wanted to get the third out on a tag up from second to third, but they're going to go to second, see if she... Okay, she did leave in time. Or didn't leave early, I guess I should say. But 2 down here. Lady Tigers trying to get out of the inning without any runs across. Leah Pacheco singled and scored in her first at-bat. And her second try. First time that she's seen Rose. That's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Jalen Vela started the game for the Lady Tigers. And Rose came in, or if it was the second or after the fourth or fifth hitter. That misses a little bit high. The count evens up at 1-1. Now, third game of the day for the Lady Tigers. Went over Cleveland to start the day, 6-0. Then beat Centennial 9-6. That is low and inside, and it's 2-1. Down to the final 3 here in the Class 5A state tournament. Mayfield awaits the winner of this game. And that'll be tomorrow at noon over at UNM. Ground ball to third, and that's going to get through for a base hit. I'll take everything back I said there. That tag up brought the run in. If she doesn't advance there, she probably either holds at second, actually probably gets a third. We're going to get a courtesy runner for Leah Pacheco, as they'll bring on number 23, Anissa Saenz for Las Cruces. And it'll bring up Zaisha Hawkins, who tripled her last time up and picked up an RBI. 5-1 Las Cruces now here at the bottom of the second inning. And that one's going to come in and hit her. Hawkins just took that to the body like it was nothing and heading over to first. It sounded like it hurt. Like I said, I'm always amazed the toughness of these young ladies in softball. They dive in, and we're going to see Coach Ronnie Reyes head out. And I don't know if we're going to see a change here for Alamogordo. Coach Charlene Reyes is talking with the home plate umpire. So far, I don't see any change offensively or defensively, I should say. Looks like Rose is going to stay in. And so they're asking for one of the, I don't know if it's the official score or one of the officials. And so they're chatting something over. I don't know if it's, honestly, I have no idea what's going on. Not even going to try to guess. Nothing happened out on the field that stands out. So the home plate umpire asking for a little bit of help from probably the head of the umpires that are here. And just looking for an explanation. And nothing ends up changing. And we're back to it. So it's 2 outs, runners on first and second, and Krista Barella, who doubled in a run her last time up. And this is a soft little liner up the middle. That'll get through for a base hit. They'll send the runner, and the run will score. Now they've got Hawkins caught in between second and third, and they will tag her out, but not before the run scores. And it's 6-1 Cruces on the Richardson Motors scoreboard. But that is the end of the second. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Congratulations, class of 2026. This is Deborah Romero, President and CEO of First National Bank. You have reached an incredible milestone, and we're so proud to celebrate this moment with you. As you step into what's next, know that your community is cheering you on. Keep believing in yourself and the endless possibilities ahead. Congratulations from all of us at First National Bank.
Putting you first is in our name. First National Bank.
Member FDIC.
The Winner's Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner's Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner's Circle.
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. As the Alamogordo Lady Tigers back up to bat, Reagan Rose will lead it off in the top of the third. They trail 6-1, and a swing and a miss from Rose. Back to the top of the order after this. 9, 1, and 2 is Kosum and Evans. As the pitch misses high. And the count's 1-1. And that'll miss a little bit low. Count goes to 2-1. Swing and a miss from Rose. Count goes to 2-2. Leah Pacheco pitching for Las Cruces. Erica Silver, the catcher. And I'll do my best to try and get the rest of the defensive. I know I didn't have a chance to get that to you guys before the game. Didn't get a look at all the lineup there. A swing and a miss from Rose and a strikeout. And it's the second strikeout for Pacheco, and there's one down. So for Las Cruces, Amaya Pinedo is the third baseman. Shortstop is Emma Madrid. The second baseman is Zaisha Hawkins. No, I'm sorry. That'd be 3. Danae Mateo. And first baseman is Krista Barella. Hawkins is the center fielder. And a swing and a miss from Kosum on a pitch in the dirt. Counts 0-1. Kosum, a single in her first at bat. She would end up being out at second on a fielder's choice. And that misses high. 1-1. Cami Munda is the left fielder, I believe, for Las Cruces, and then trying to check the right fielder, but we'll do that a little bit later. Here's a high pop-up that'll get out of play for Kosum, 1-2. And we've got time called, and we're not sure what happened there. As they're checking on the second baseman, Di Matteo is, I don't know if she rolled her ankle. Yeah, I guess maybe when she was going after the pop-up there, she must have rolled her ankle or something there. She's laughing about it, so that's a good thing. She's laying down now and is going to get worked on here by one of the coaches. So a little bit of a delay. 6-1 loss, Cruces, if you're just joining us. Lady Tigers got 1 run in the first inning off of a Chloe Lunar sacrifice fly. And inning ended on a tag out at home. When Ortiz singled, and they sent Davi, but she was unable to beat the throw. And it looks like all is okay with Di Matteo. She's going to stay in the game. And then Las Cruces in the home half of the first would get a single from Pacheco, a triple from Hawkins. That made it 1-0. Then Varela made it 2-0 with a double. A single from Emma Madrid put two runners on. Then Di Matteo made it 4-1 with a 2 RBI single. And then in the last inning, a double from Munda, a single from Pacheco. As this one is sent out to left field, and a second base hit for Amani Kosum. So the Lady Tigers get another runner on, and Haley Evans will come to the plate. Grounded into a fielder's choice, picked up a stolen base, and then came around and scored later in the inning. Swing and miss from Evans. Kosum not going. And by the way, finish out that second inning. Krista Barella hit an RBI single. And then Hawkins was caught in between second and third for the final out of that inning. That's on the outside corner for a strike. And it's 0-2 here to Evans. 6-1 loss. Cruces top of the third inning on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. And the pitch outside. Silva quickly out of her stance, keeping a close eye on the speedy Kosum at first. And 1-2 the count. Checo winds and deals. And this one hits left field, and another base hit. Kosum will hold up at second. And back-to-back singles for the Lady Tigers. And we're going to see Elise Rahman come up and hit here for the Lady Tigers. As Chloe Lennar tried to come out. She did get a sacrifice fly RBI, but obviously the leg injury, a bit too much. And she's really not able to run, so, I mean, if she were to hit one out into the gap, she could get to first base, and that's probably it. So, and if you are just tuning in, at the end of the last game with one out in the top of the seventh, Chloe took a line drive off of her left leg, and so unavailable for the Lady Tigers here in this game. But they've got runners on first and second, down by 5, and Elise Rahman will step up. I think that was probably the question that was being asked about the sub for her, because Chloe was the designated player, and I think with Vela being the player that was being subbed for, they needed to know if they could put in somebody else in the DP and not have to, sub that person, the other person out. If that makes sense. And this is hit high in the air out to left field. It's going to hang up for Munda to get underneath it. She's got the grab, and that'll be the second out. Two down, and Davi Gonzalez will come to the plate. She doubled her last time up. She has been crushing the ball for the Lady Tigers in this tournament. I believe she has the only home run for Alamogordo here. Actually, she has both of the home runs for Lady Tigers in the state tournament. She hit that big 3-run blast against Carlsbad, swing and a miss. That was the game decider. That's why the Lady Tigers were able to advance to play Las Cruces last Saturday. So she has had a hot bat throughout this 5A state tournament. Here comes the 0-1, as that'll deflect off the catcher to the backstop and allow both runners to move up. So it's second and third now. And definitely raise the chances if Gonzalez can come away with a base hit. The Lady Tigers could cut into the 6-1 deficit. Pitch is at the knees for a called strike. 1-2. Understood why Davi laid off. Coach Ronnie Reyes not happy with that last call. It was close. The 1-2. And hits it hard out to left field. Munda trying to get underneath it. She's got it on the run and ends the inning. Lady Tigers get a couple of hits, but leave 2 on. And it remains 6-1 Las Cruces as we go to the bottom of the third on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. You're listening to Lady Tiger Fast Pitch on Alamo Sports and Talk.
Join the fantastic team at Ochoa Stucco. Full-time positions, on-the-job training, and competitive pay. Start a career in construction. Message Ochoa Stucco on Facebook or call 575-442-6745 to schedule an interview.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets, but I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there. To learn more, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Just keep driving. OFCU has teamed up with Casa Auto Group and Alamo Ford for another fairground sale. For a limited time, starting Friday, May 15th through Monday, May 18th, you can find the perfect ride with rates as low as 4.24% APR. Drift in and take advantage of this great deal and drive away with no payments for 90 days. Limited time offer. All loans are subject to approval. Rates vary based on collateral or terms. Not all will qualify. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1019. As the Lady Tigers Trail 6-1. Reagan Rose in the circle for Alamogordo. And she will send the first one, and it'll be hit in the air to right field. Vela went back initially, but then charges forward and unable to get to it. And tracks back after it up the third base line. And they're going to try to send her home. Here's the throw, and they got her. Boy, Emma Madrid did her best to get all the way around. And she, a little worse for wear after that, tried to get an inside the park home run, but the Lady Tigers able to recover. And a triple for Madrid, but she's out at home, and there's one down. That'll be Danae DiMatteo coming to the plate. 2 RBIs and a single. And the pitch misses down and in. Counts 1-0. Here comes the 1-0. And this is hit out to left field. Base knock, and there'll be one on. Teo with her second single of the day. And they'll bring up Amaya Pinedo, who popped out to the pitcher to end the first inning in her first at-bat. Actually getting a little bit of cloud cover. Could have used that when we were out in the sun the whole time, but it's okay. Got a little bit of cover here at the main field as that fastball misses inside, and the count is 1-0. A foul tip into the glove, and the count evens up at 1-1. Runner on first with one down for Las Cruces as they lead by 5. Here comes the pitch from Rose, and tried to hit the outside corner there, went off speed, and the count's 2-1. And this is hit in the air out to center field, going back after it, Evans. Kind of gets turned around, but she's going to make the play. That'll allow the runner to advance to second. DiMatteo almost kind of stumbled as she went across the bag there. Is she okay? So we got another Las Cruces player that, well, she was I take that back. Danae DiMatteo was the one who got hurt out in the field earlier, and she obviously is still dealing with that as she tried to advance to second. And so the coach is going to go and talk to her, and I don't know if that's going to lead to a pinch runner for the Lady Bulldogs. Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen here. So I think they're going to take DiMatteo out of the game. That's unfortunate for the Lady Bulldogs. 2 hits already for her. And looks like they're going to go with number 2 for Las Cruces. And that'll be Ada Maria Sanchez. And at least for now, we'll go out there and run. I don't know what the defensing. I think it's Ada Marie. Sorry. Yeah, it's just a straight change. So Sanchez will go out and run at second. And we'll see if they switch things around defensively or if she ends up at second base. We'll find out later. And the Lady Tigers trying to keep the Bulldogs off the scoreboard here for the first time. And they gave up 4 in the first, 2 in the second. And with 2 outs and a runner on second, have an opportunity to do that. Here's Jeslyn Gallardo. Popped out to right field her first time up. And the first pitch will miss, 1-0. 6 runs on 10 hits for Las Cruces, 1 run on 5 hits for Alamogordo. And down and in, it misses. 2-0 the count. And gets that one on the outside corner for a strike. Good change up there from Rose. And she's ready to go. Here's the pitch. Again, same thing. And a little check swing, foul off over to Bautista. And the Lady Tigers keep the Lady Bulldogs off the board here in the bottom of the third inning. As we go to the top of the fourth, Alamogordo try to get the bats going as they trail 6-1 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Hi, I'm Rachel with First National Bank. This year marks our 70th anniversary, and through every decade, one thing has remained constant: our dedication to community. We live here, we work here, and we're invested in the success of our neighbors. While big banks look outward, we stay rooted right here, building relationships that help our community thrive. That's the difference at First National Bank.
Putting you first is in our name. First National Bank.
Member FDIC.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. And another change for Las Cruces as Jocelyn Renteria will be the second baseman now for Las Cruces, as she replaces Ada Marie Sanchez, who came in as a pinch runner. And the pitch is low. Leah Pacheco continues pitching for Las Cruces. And a swing and a miss here from Iceland Ortiz. She's 1 for 1 with a single. 5, 6, and 7 in the order here for the Lady Tigers. 6-1 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Cruces in front. And here is a soft little liner to third. And an easy play for Pinedo. And there's one down. And they'll bring up Alyssa Bautista, who went out to center field her first time up. And she's 0 for 1. And will step in the left-hand batter's box. And so Bautista ready to go. And the pitch is going to be fouled off from Pacheco. And the count's 0-1. So again, if you can listen to softball all day and you're wondering, where are we in the state tournament? Winner of this game advanced to the state championship game tomorrow. That would be against Mayfield. However, winner of this game will have to win 2 games tomorrow to win a state championship. Mayfield still has a loss in their pocket, as that is going to be lined and foul up the first base side. 1-1. Or I'm sorry, 0-2. So I know the double elimination tournament can get a little jumbled. But Alamogordo's won 3 games up here. Try to make it 4 to get back to the state title game. Cruces won yesterday against Piedra Vista, then lost today to Mayfield. As the pitch misses high. 1-2. And that's how big that win for Cruces was back in Alamogordo last Saturday. Sort of cut down the amount of games that they had to play. And, of course, winning yesterday obviously meant a bunch as that pitch misses high. Shout out to District 3 5A, by the way, as The final four was Alamogordo, Las Cruces, Mayfield, and Centennial. Low and away, and she's worked the count back full here, 3-2 after falling behind 0-2. And the pitch to Bautista is going to miss, I think outside, and that'll be a walk. That's a really good at-bat for Bautista after falling behind 0-2. Shows good plate discipline and draws the walk, and we're going to see a discussion in the pitching circle after the walk there, as they're going to go and talk to Leah Pacheco. And understandable for Cruces, they don't want to have the door opened at all and let Alamogordo back into this game. So quick discussion in the circle. And it'll be Allison Cisco to the plate. Struck out her first time up. Well, certainly she's going to be thinking about trying to lay down a bunt here or get that running swing. And still waiting on, I'm not sure what we're waiting on, but now we're back and ready to go. All right, Cisco steps into the left-hand batter's box. Bautista at first base for Alamogordo. And shows bunt, brings it back. Pitch misses high. And the count's 1-0. And puts down a bunt. And it's fielded by Pinedo. I don't think she got there. Yeah, did not get the throw there in time. Bunt single for Allison Cisco, and the Lady Tigers have first and second with one out, and Chloe Evans with a big opportunity here for the Lady Tigers to try to cut into a 5-run deficit. Evans will check her wrist sheets. And we'll see if they're trying to move the runners up again here. Shows bunt, brings it back. 1-0. Checo checking to the dugout. Got the pitch call. And she'll take a big swing at that. 1-1. I think Coach Ronnie Reyes telling her to follow the pitch in with her eyes. At least that was the gesture it certainly looked like. He's over in the third base box. Coach Lunar in the first base box. 1-1's in the dirt. And 2-1. Runners on first and second for the Lady Tigers. One out in the top of the fourth. And trailing by 5. Here comes the 2-1 from Pacheco. High pop-up that'll get out of play behind home plate. And the count will leave it up at 2-2. There's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and struck her out. That is the third strikeout of the day for Leah Pacheco. And I'll bring up Reagan Rose as she'll try to help her own cause here as the pitcher comes to the plate. Bautista at second and Cisco at first. And we've got a foul ball coming in from one of the other fields. And a swing and a miss from Rose. A bit on top of that. Counts 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. And a little bit late on it, 0-2. Checo ready to go. And that's a called strike 3 on the outside corner. And the inning is over. So after a walk and a single, the Lady Tigers unable to bring a run in. And they remain down 6-1 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. We go to the bottom of the fourth. You're listening to Lady Tiger Softball and Alamo Sports and Talk. 1230, 1019.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle.
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the games!
Looking to transform your home's exterior? Meet Rudy Ochoa. With years of experience in stucco, Rudy and his crew deliver quality craftsmanship and stunning flawless finishes. 575-442-6745.
We are the Veterans Health Administration, and our hands provide life-changing care to over 9 million veterans across more than 1,200 facilities nationwide. Join hands with us to make an impact in your community. Learn more at vacareers.va.gov.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. As the Lady Tigers trail 6-1 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Reagan Rose in the circle here for the Lady Tigers. And Cami Munda leading things off for Las Cruces as she'll watch that miss outside, 1-1. And the pitch from Rose. And goes off speed and got Munda way in front of that. Makes contact, but it's 1-2. So the number 9 hitter, Munda, and then back to the top of the order for Las Cruces, Silva and Pacheco. And this is hit high in the air and out of play. And the count remains 1-2. Cruces scoring 4 runs in the first, 2 in the second. Alamogordo with a run back in the first inning. Both teams scoreless in the third. The 1-2. And that'll miss outside and high. 2-2. And that'll miss above the belt. Munda held up on the check swing, and the count is 3-2 now. Rose gets the pitch call. And ready to go 3-2. This is a high pop-up. And it's to Ortiz at second. She's got it. And there's a first out of the inning. So it's 1 down, and Erica Silva to the plate. A couple of lineouts to left field for her today. She's hit the ball hard both times, but Rose, when she was out in left field, made a nice play early in the game, and then Cisco also, as she moved over to left field, made a nice play over there for the first out of the second inning, as that's fouled off by Silva. 0-1. And that's going to miss low and inside. And the count evens up at 1-1. And a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Single for Silva. And the Lady Tigers I should say the Lady Bulldogs with the runner on first. And Leah Pacheco, who has got a couple of hits, comes to the plate. 2 runs scored and an RBI for Las Cruces. And I think we're going to see a courtesy runner for the catcher, Silva. And indeed it is. And it'll be number 8 for Las Cruces coming in. And that'll be Michaela Orta. So Orta now over at first base for Las Cruces, as Rose's pitch is going to miss just above the belt. 1-0 to Pacheco. And a pop-up that'll get out of play behind home plate. And the count evens up at 1-1. Right-handed hitter Pacheco, right-handed pitcher Rose. Tries to hit that outside corner on the off-speed pitch, but it just falls off the edge. 2-1. Runner on first with 1 out. And she hits this in the air out towards right field. That's going to get out of play. And the count evens up at 2-2. Here's the pitch from Rose. And high in the air out to left field. But Cisco going to be able to get underneath that. Really didn't have to move. And she'll toss it into the field quickly. Won't allow the runner to advance. And that'll be out number 2. So it'll be Zaisha Hawkins to the plate. A triple and an RBI and a run scored. And then was hit by a pitcher last time out and was later on caught in a rundown between second and third as it's down and in. 1-0 to Hawkins. And this is going to be line to left field for a base hit. Cisco has some trouble with it out there. And so the runner going to try to score here. Kosum not going to be able to get the cutoff there. They'll try to go to third and get the runner there. She is going to be safe. And just a little bit of a misplay by Cisco is going to allow the run to come in and score. Was probably going to end up being a double for Hawkins anyway. She ends up at third on the throw. And it's 7-1 Las Cruces. So they'll bring up Krista Barella now, who has doubled and singled and knocked in 2 runs and has a runner on third with 2 down. And that'll miss outside. 1-0 the count. And the pitch. And that's a hard hit ball up the line. And another base hit up the third base line out to the corner. And it'll be a double for Barella, her second double of the day. And 2 runs across in the inning. It's 8-1. And Barella out to second base. And it'll be Emma Madrid, a single and a triple for her and a run scored. And that's hard hit. Opposite field. And Vela will toss it in. And they will not try to bring the runner in. And it'll be runners in the corners here. And I think we're going to change up pitchers again, as I believe they're going to bring Vela back in. So I think they'll probably put Rose back in the outfield again. And so Vela will replace her, be back in the game after She started the game. Rose pitched the end of the first inning, the second, the third, and here in the fourth, 3 straight hits and 2 runs across. And an A1 game. And again, if you are tuning in late, Chloe Lunar unavailable after a leg injury at the end of the Centennial game. And so they've bounced back and forth between Reagan Rose and Jalen Vela. And so Vela will step back in and try to finish out this inning. Now, important here for the Lady Tigers, obviously not to give up 3 more runs. Cruces could end the game. Well, no, it wouldn't end it. We'd still go to the top of the 5th. But as that's a one-hopper back to Evans, and the runner is going to be able to advance to second. No throw. And they re-enter Denady Mateo here. And missed out on that. Here's the 1-0. That's low. 2-0. Runners in the corner, rather runners on second and third now here for Las Cruces. And that's going to be low again. And 3-0. DiMatteo, 2 singles and 2 RBIs. I'm trying to come up with a third hit. Yeah, she's showing bunt initially. Brings it back. Pitch is a called strike. 3-1. Scoreboard shows 2-1, but I think we are 3-1. As the pitch from Vela. That's in there for a strike because it runs at the knees. 3-2. As here comes the pitch. Hard hit, but it's going to be foul up the third base line, and we'll do it again. Runners on second and third for Las Cruces. They lead by 7. Third game of the day for the Lady Tigers. Already 2 wins. It is 3-2 the count. Beating Cleveland and Centennial. But in a hole here against Cruces. Good off-speed pitch there. Fielded cleanly by Ortiz. Toss on to first and able to get out of the inning there. So no further scoring for Las Cruces. They lead 8-1 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. And Alamogordo going to need to get the bats going at the top of the 5th. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Just keep driving. OFCU is teamed up with Casa Auto Group and Alamo Ford for another fairground sale. For a limited time starting Friday, May 15th through Monday, May 18th, you can find the perfect ride with rates as low as 4.24% APR. Drift in and take advantage of this great deal and drive away with no payments for 90 days. Limited time offer. All loans are subject to approval. Rates vary based on collateral or terms. Not all will qualify. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. as the Lady Tigers trailing 8-1. And Amani Kosum will lead things off for Alamogordo. And the top of the order for Alamogordo, trying to cut into a 7-run deficit. Kosum, strong at-bats today, a couple of singles. And she'll hit one hard, but right at the first baseman. DiMatteo able to snag that at first. That was well hit from Kosum, but just unfortunate, right out of glove, and probably sticking it up there more to just protect herself, but she makes the play, and there's one down. Bring up Haley Evans, who is singled, also reached on a fielder's choice. And the pitch is low. Counts 1-0. High in the air and foul, and out of play, 1-1. That will probably be the last game going out. I think they're still playing back and to our left. I didn't see some of the other results. We'll check the and a ground ball and a base hit. Second hit of the day for Haley Evans. And actually, it's going to get all the way out to the wall. Evans going to end up at second. She's got a double. And the Lady Tigers have a runner in scoring position. And it'll be Elise Roman coming to the plate for Alamogordo. Second at bat for Roman. Lunar tried to give it a go in the first inning and picked up an RBI on a sac fly. That's a base hit out to right field. Should score Evans. Here comes the throw in. They cut it off, and Haley will score. And the Lady Tigers make it 8-2. RBI single for Elise Roman. And Alamogordo refusing to go away quietly here. Gonzalez with a double earlier today. She had a home run in the previous game against Centennial. And she can come up with another big hit here, especially if you can send it over the fence. Could make this an 8-4 game and kind of turn it around a little bit for Alamogordo. First pitch is going to miss, 1-0. One down and a runner on first for Alamogordo. Gonzalez going to send that foul up the third base line. 1-1. That'll miss low and away. And the count is 2-1. I want to give a shout out to the officials in this tournament. I feel like the officiating has been really good in all the games that I've covered up here. They've really done a fine job. Fouled off and to the netting behind home plate, 2-2. And long days for these umpires as well. I'm not sure how many games these guys and gals end up doing throughout the day, but just like the volunteers that are working out here and everybody else, it's a big undertaking. Gonzalez at the plate, hitting from the left-hand side, 2-2. She watches that one go by, 3-2. One out and a runner on first. Alamogordo with a run home in the inning. And she'll hit a ground ball and a base hit. Gets underneath the diving glove of third baseman Pinedo. And it's first and second now for Alamogordo. As the Lady Tigers with 3 straight hits And Iceland Ortiz to the plate. She's got a single today, 1 for 2. And that pitch is going to be in there for a strike. As Barella into her motion, here's the pitch. And she'll miss outside on that. And a ground ball, and that is going to be off the glove of the third baseman, and everybody's going to be safe. Base is loaded for the Lady Tigers. And Alyssa Bautista with a big opportunity as the infield comes in and meets. So base is loaded. And a big opportunity here for Alamogordo. 10th hit of the day for the Lady Tigers. Both these teams hitting the ball well. 14 hits for Las Cruces, 10 for Alamogordo. And it'll be Bautista with a pop out and a walk. Her third at-bat. And a base hit could score a couple. And the first pitch is going to be in there at a belt for a strike. And the count 0-1 to Bautista. The 0-1 is a ground ball. That's a base hit. That'll get through. 1 run scores, and they'll hold up Davi at third. And the Lady Tigers with an RBI single from Alyssa Bautista, and it's 8-3. Lady Tigers refusing to go quietly and let their 2026 season come to a close here. And Allison Cisco will come to the plate with the bases loaded. And still just 1 out. Here comes the pitch, and it's low. 1-0. And Lady Tigers been able to just hang around, and another big hit here, and all of a sudden it's a 4-run ball game. And a speedy runner at second. Allison can get this into the outfield. Could score 2. That's going to be high. That's going to get to the backstop. They're going to send Davi. She's going to score. Davi, she covers her face, but she had a nice slide there. It was a little awkward looking, but so Gonzalez scores, and it's 3 runs home in the inning on the wild pitch. Cisco still at the plate, 2-0 to her, and now runners on second and third. That's going to be in the dirt. Silva able to keep that in front of her this time. 3-0. So at the start of the inning, they took Leah Pacheco out and put Krista Barella in. Pacheco's out at second base now. They moved DiMatteo to first. I was wondering when I missed that at some point. It's been a long day. Sometimes you just miss which player's which. And that's going to be a walk. And so Cisco draws a 4-pitch walk And it's bases loaded again. And Chloe Evans, who has grounded out and struck out, will come to the plate for the third time today. And looks like we're going to change pitchers again as they'll switch it up to Amaya Pinedo now. So Pinedo will pitch, and let's go ahead and take a break while she warms up. It is 8-4. Las Cruces in front here in the top of the fifth inning. On the Richardson Motor scoreboard, you're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Use the equity in your home to finance your dreams. This is Leanne Bain from First National Bank. Plan those special vacations, those home improvements, and simply pay off those high interest rate bills. It's easy. Apply for your home equity line of credit today.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender, all subject to credit approval.
Hi, I'm Michael with First National Bank. We've been serving our community for 70 years. Our mission is still simple, putting people first. We're local and invested in helping our community thrive. That's what sets First National Bank apart.
Member FDIC.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Chloe Evans to play with the bases loaded and one out. Lady Tigers with 3 runs home in the inning as they've brought themselves back into this game. And a new pitcher here is it's going to be a one-hop back to Silva, who tried to flip off her mask. Unfortunately, kind of got caught on her hair, I think, and looks like she's okay. But it's Amaya Pinedo who pitches now for Las Cruces. And watches that in for a called strike. Evens up the count at 1-1. You'll understand taking some pitches here early if you're Evans. First time seeing some offerings from Pinedo. I think they did see her back in Alamogordo. I believe she pitched, as that's going to get in there for a called strike. 1-2. Bases loaded and one out. Reagan Rose in the on-deck circle for Alamogordo, or actually it looks like there's going to be a pinch hitter. That's going to be low. 2-2. Get some dust kicking up. We've got just some clouds, and I think they're bringing in a little bit of wind. Hopefully that's all. Yeah, the flag that's out in center field is blowing straight out. Evans in front of it, swings and misses. And she strikes out for the second time. 2 down. And looks like Parker Wade will be hitting here for the Lady Tigers. So it'll be Wade that will be hitting here. So the home plate umpire relays the change here. And great to see Parker get an opportunity to hit here in the state tournament. And that pitch is going to miss low. And the count's 1-0. Parker hitting from the left-hand side. And that one's going to leak away from the catcher. And they'll try to score. Oh, it's going to get out of her glove. She's safe. So Ortiz scores. Runners advance to second and third. So Silva threw it to Pinedo, but Pinedo couldn't corral it in her glove. It came out. They would have had the runner out at home. And the Lady Tigers make it a 3-run game now. 8-5. It didn't get that far away from Silva. And if Pinedo's able to secure that, and Wade tried to hold up on a check swing, but she fouls it off 1-1, or I should say 2-1. Second and third here for the Lady Tigers, trying to keep the rally going. 4 runs home in the inning. They're down 3, 8-5. Pinedo getting the pitch call. The 2-1. That's going to be outside, 3-1. 9th hitter of the inning for the Lady Tigers. If Wade can reach Kosum in the on-deck circle. She lined out on a hard-hit ball to begin the inning. Here it comes. And she fouls it off. And it'll be 3-2. So full count. Runners on second and third, so they won't be able to get a head start. And that's going to miss outside. And that's a walk. So Lady Tigers will load the bases, and Amani Kosum with a big opportunity here to really cut into this lead. I've said it many times in the broadcast. She's probably been the most consistent hitter all season long for the Lady Tigers. And will have a great opportunity to at least bring in 1 or 2. She gets it out to the gap. And a meeting in the circle between the infield and the pitcher here for Las Cruces. Great job here by bottom, the order for Alamogordo to get it back around at the top. But in this inning, Kosum lined out to start. And then it was a double for Evans, an RBI single for Elise Roman. Another single from Davi Gonzalez that, well, I think we're going to see another pitching change. Okay. So we're going back to Leah Pacheco now. So Pacheco, who was pitching over the first few innings, then they brought her out for Barela. Barela started this inning. Then they go to Pinedo. And I think since she's already pitched, she doesn't get warm-ups. And she's ready to go here. So it's Wade at first. And Batista at third. Cisco at second. And Kosum steps up. And will get in that right-hand batter's box. And she'll face Pacheco. That's low. 1-0 the count. Here it comes to Kosum. Fouls this one off out of play. 2-0 now to Kosum. 4 runs home in the inning for the Lady Tigers in the top of the 5th. They scored 1 run in the first. Cruces 4 in the first, 2 in the second, 2 in the fourth. And it's an 8-5 difference now. The Lady Tigers do not want to let this opportunity slip away. At least get 1 or 2 more runs. And this is pretty well hit out to left field. That'll drop. And it gets up in the air for the left fielder. She's not going to be able to make a quick throw. 2-run score, and it's a 1-run game. And Kosum, as she rounded first base, she looks like she's in pain. Amani took one off the ankle yesterday, and I don't know if she just rolled her ankle as she was coming around the bag. Unfortunately, we've had multiple injuries this game. Amani's going to get up and walk it off. Haley Evans will come to the plate for the Lady Tigers. And it'll be first and second for Alamogordo. And I think they're going to re-enter Reagan Rose here to run at second. Yeah. So Reagan will go back out there. She was in her place, but big walk there from Wade to keep the inning alive. He said, happy that Parker got an opportunity to play here in the state tournament. It's got to be a big deal for that young lady. She's said one of those players that, she doesn't get a ton of playing time and sticks with the team and supports them. And so Haley Evans the plate with an opportunity to tie it or take the lead. 6 runs home in the 5th inning here for the Lady Tigers. What a great rally from this group. As it's up and away. Kosum stayed in the game, by the way, after she was in some pain. Turning the corner over at first base. The 1-0. That's low. 2-0 now. And winner of this game advances to the state championship against Mayfield tomorrow. And after trailing by 7 runs, the Lady Tigers have drawn it back to a 1-run deficit. Swing and a miss from Evans, and it's 2-1. By the way, Kosum with that single, she's now got 3 hits today. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Now Pacheco trying to maintain her team's lead. It's going to be much closer going forward, but with speed out at second and going on contact, a base hit should score another run and tie up the game. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and Pacheco gets the strikeout, and it remains a 1-run lead for Las Cruces, but 6 runs in the top of the 5th. We've got a new ball game, folks. We go to the bottom of the 5th, 8-7, with Alamogordo trailing to Las Cruces on the Richardson Motor scoreboard.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle.
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger. See you at the game.
Join the fantastic team at Ochoa Stucco. Full-time positions, on-the-job training, and competitive pay. Start a career in construction. Message Ochoa Stucco on Facebook or call 575-442-6745 to schedule an interview.
Join Stand Up to Cancer and Jazz Pharmaceuticals to raise awareness of small cell lung cancer and accelerate the pace of research. Ask your healthcare provider about screening options that might be right for you or a loved one. Visit standuptocancer.org/lung to learn more.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1019. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning, and it's Las Cruces leading 8-7, but this was a 7-run lead for the Bulldogs when we went to the top of the 5th. 6 runs for the Lady Tigers has made it a 1-run game. Jalen Vela will miss high. And it's Amaya Pinedo to lead it off. She's popped out a couple of times. It's her first time facing Vela. I think both times when she's been at the plate, she has faced Reagan Rose. She'll pop this one up out of play. 2-0 the count. Now, can't say enough about this Lady Tiger team who's been able to rally in games. They were down 5-0 to Oregon Mountain, and then 6-5, and were able to come back and, or rather 7-6, and came back and won that game. Stayed in front the whole way against Cleveland, but they did fall behind to Centennial. They were up 2-0, then 3-2. They would retake the lead and then never look back. Then have really showed no quit. And that's going to miss low. And the count 3-1. Oh, 2-1, I'm sorry. No, it is 3-1. I was going to say, I thought it was 3-1. Yeah, 3-1 the count. And a swing and a miss, 3-2. So a full count here to Pinedo. Now, I will say with Vela and Rose, a little bit more finesse in the pitching. Off speed, a lot of motion or spin balls. And got to locate well. 3-2. Called strike 3 and got her. So Jalen Vela, I think that's the first strikeout a Las Cruces hitter in this game. And Jeslyn Gallardo will come to the plate. She is lined out and popped out. As Vela comes in and gets a big strikeout to start the inning. How big it would be for Alamogordo to get a shutdown inning here after getting 6 in the top half of the 5th. That is just a little bit below the knees. And the count's 1-0. One down in the bottom of the 5th. An 8-7 ball game. Swings and misses, 1-1. Well, momentum definitely feels like it has flipped a little bit. And if Vela can start getting some confidence out there in the circle and keep this Cruces lineup from adding on runs. That is off-speed pitch that just missed low. That was a pretty good one there from Vela. Couldn't get the call. 2-1. Definitely borderline. As the 2-1's on the way. Swing and a miss, 2-2. So back into the box here for Gallardo. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Couldn't get her to chase it upstairs. 3-2. Cami Munda in the on-deck circle for Las Cruces. As here comes the 3-2. Popped up, then back behind home plate. And the count will stay 3-2. Now it's been a mix of Jalen Vela and Reagan Rose pitching here for the Lady Tigers. Kept Bulldogs off the board in the 3rd inning. Popped up and out of play again, back behind home plate. And we'll keep it 3-2. So it'll be the 8th pitch of the at-bat here. Vela ready to go. And here it comes. That's low, and that's a walk. So to put a runner on first and Cami Munda to the plate. Munda a double and a run scored back in the 2nd. As Munda steps into the right-hand batter's box. And that's going to in there for a strike right at the belt. And the count's 0-1. The line of the pitch. That's a little bit up that time. Count evens up at 1-1. That was interesting. Cruces coach didn't like the strike on last one. Alma didn't like the ball call there. They were both very, very close. The 1-1. That's in there for a strike at the knees. 1-2. As the pitch is on the way. Ooh, almost got her to go around early on it, but Munda held up. 2-2. Runner on first and 1 out. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Lost Cruces 8, Alamogordo 7. And misses high on the off speed. 3-2. And here it comes. That's low and inside. And a back-to-back walk. As it puts runners on first and second. And it'll bring up Erica Silva. And she tries to claw back some of the lead that the Bulldogs had through the majority of this game. Lady Tigers trying to shut it down here. So Vela led off the inning with a strikeout, but has walked a couple. And that's hard hit, but foul up the third baseline. And the count 0-1. And goes off speed, misses high. Count evens up at 1-1. Silva hitting from the right-hand side, right-handed pitching. Vela. And again, hard hit, but she's too far in front of it. And the count's 1-2. So 2 strikes now. With runners on first and second, 1 out for Las Cruces in the bottom of the 5th inning. The 1-2. And she's going to miss that in the dirt. Or whatever you want to call it on field turf. I'm going to keep calling it dirt because I feel like I'll probably mess that up by calling something else. I don't know. Anyway, 2-2 the count with runners on first and second for Las Cruces in the bottom of the 5th. And again, that's going to miss low. Evans will jump up quickly, but the runner didn't try to advance, and it's 3-2 now. Now certainly trying to keep it low for, I'll let Silva do anything with it, and now we're going to see a meeting in the circle between the infield. And I'll play umpire over the Alamogordo dugout to grab some softballs. And so Vela getting some words of encouragement from her teammates, and 3-2 the count. And now we've got the Las Cruces head coach that's talking to the home plate umpire. Something in the lineup. So they've got a change for Las Cruces is they will sub in number 8 for number 17. And I'll tell you who that is here in a second, but we're going to watch this 3-2. And misses low again. And so that'll be a walk, 3 straight walks. And so the base is loaded, and Leah Pacheco coming to the plate. And I think they're going to bring the infield in to try and get a force at home. Michaela Orta is the pinch runner. And I think that was for Silva. No, I'm not sure who she came in for there. That's going to miss low. It was 8 for 17, so it's for Gallardo. One on the count. And the pitch. And it's lined to center field. Grabbed by Evans. They'll toss it in. Run will score. And it's 9-7. But a big second out there for the Lady Tigers. Las Cruces gets 1 back. But a 2-run ball game, 9-7. And we'll be runners on first and second. As Zaysha Hawkins comes to the plate. Triple-double and a hit-by pitch in her 3 tries. And that is going to miss high. Count 1-0. And that's going to be low. 2-0 the count. Well, problem is here. Obviously, 2 really good hitters in this part of the order for Las Cruces. Hawkins, double, triple. And then Krista Barella, who's right after, has got 2 doubles and a single. So, with 2 on here, obviously, you've got to pitch to somebody. High pop-up, and this should be playable. And it is caught by Bautista, and the inning is over. Huge, huge pop-up as they get one of their best hitters to pop up in foul territory. Cruces adds 1 run, but the Lady Tigers, after 6 in the top half, it's a 2-run difference as we go into the late innings here. Top of the 6th next. Lady Tigers back up to hit. You're listening to Alamo Sports in Talk, 1230, 1019.
Just keep driving. OFCU is teamed up with Casa Auto Group and Alamo Ford for another fairground sale. For a limited time starting Friday, May 15th through Monday, May 18th, you can find the perfect ride with rates as low as 4.24% APR. Drift in and take advantage of this great deal and drive away with no payments for 90 days. Limited time offer. All loans are subject to approval. Rates vary based on collateral or terms. Not all will qualify. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Lady Tigers back up to bat, and Elise Ramon will lead it off. And try and get another rally going. And this is hit high in the air out to right field. Shallow right field. Hawkins makes a long run from center, and she's got it. So it's 1 down. And it'll be Davi Gonzalez coming to the plate. Davi with 2 hits today, single, double, and a run scored. Scored that on a wild pitch in that big 5th inning for the Lady Tigers. But Alamogordo running out of at-bats here. 5 outs left. And that's going to miss low and away. 1-0 the count. 7 runs, 12 hits, 1 error for the Lady Tigers. 9 runs, 14 hits for the Lady Bulldogs. Been a fun one to watch. Popped up and out of play. And the count evens up at 1-1. By the way, Leah Pacheco in pitching again this inning. Bulldogs have gone through 3 different pitchers and gone back. And here's a ground ball to second. And tossing on to first and getting the out. That was almost a missed throw there, but Gonzalez grounds into out number 2. And Iceland Ortiz will come to the plate. Ice reached on. You know, I have it marked down as an error, but I think that they gave it a single. The official score did, so since they don't have a error up there on the board for Las Cruces, so I'm going to give her a hit. She's got 2 today. As that pitch will miss high. Trying to get something started here with 2 outs for the Lady Tigers. 9-7, Las Cruces in front. And here comes the 1-0 from Pacheco. Pops it up out of play. Count evens up at 1-1. Lady Tigers have continued to have kind of one rally in them after this, especially in the late innings. They've hit so well in the late innings this entire run here between yesterday and today. The 1-1, and that's low. 2-1. Again, winner of this game plays tomorrow at noon over at the University of New Mexico against Mayfield in the state championship series. That's high. 3-1. Ortiz awaits the pitch. On the way. Fouled off and right back in our direction. 3-2. And the count full. Wind has died down after it was really kicking up there about 15-20 minutes ago. Do have some cloud cover, which I think the folks in the other stands in Field 4 probably are appreciating the heck out of, getting some break from the sun today. The 3-2. And fouled off and out of play and keeps her at bat alive. It has been absolutely gorgeous weather, though, for this state tournament. Genuinely could not ask. I mean, it's maybe a little bit on the warm side, but it has been fantastic. Haven't had to deal with rain or anything else that, not even going to use the word. Starts with L. 3-2. And that's hit pretty well to right field. Coming up on it and making the grab is the Las Cruces right fielder. And the Lady Tigers go down in order here in the top of the 6th inning. Cruces leading 9-7. As we go to the bottom 6, they're looking for insurance runs to add on to their 2-run lead. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
This is Deborah Romero, President and CEO of First National Bank. As we celebrate 70 years, we want to say thank you to our community for trusting us. We are honored to serve our neighbors, families, and small businesses. That's the First National Bank difference.
Member FDIC.
Are you starting your own business or looking to expand? This is Jackie at First National Bank. It's easy. Apply online at www.fnb4u.com. Let's get started.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender, all loans subject to credit approval.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit, whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief. We can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle.
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the games!
Alamo Sports in Talk, 1230, 1019. Bottom of the sixth inning. Las Cruces leading 9-7 as they try to give themselves a little bit of breathing room going to the top of the seventh. Lady Tigers hoping to keep this 2 runs is more than manageable. You can put together some hits. Gives you a great chance. You just get 1 runner on, and you've got the tying run at the plate. As Barella watches the first pitch miss 1-0. 2 doubles and a single for her today. A couple of RBIs. Here's the pitch from Vela, and she'll miss high and outside. 2-0. Emma Madrid as well in the 5 spot. She's got a triple and 2 singles today. A lot of hitting on both sides. 12 hits for the Lady Tigers, 14 for Las Cruces. Or Las Cruces. Yeah, Las Cruces. Sorry. It's been a long day. I don't know why I thought I had the wrong team. But here's the pitch as this is hit high in the air and foul. 2-1. And hits this hard out to left field. It is out beyond the left fielder to the wall. Now initially Cisco kind of held position there, but then realized it was going farther than she initially thought. And it gets out ball for a double for Barella. And it's her 3rd extra base hit. And Coach Ronnie Reyes going to switch pitchers again, as he'll bring Reagan Rose back in, and he'll bring or put Vela, I believe, back out into right field. So it's gone back and forth between the two, and I think both have had their positives today. They've kept Alamogordo in, and that's the most important thing. And we've seen Cruces do a similar deal where they've bounced around to a number of different pitchers. If anything, try to keep it off balance. So Rose going to get to throw a couple of warm-up pitches here. And so Rose will step in with a runner on second. Nobody out. And Madrid, who has 3 hits on the day, trying to add on to her team's 9-7 lead. Rose will see this one fouled off over to the Las Cruces dugout over the 3rd base side. Counts 0-1. Rose waiting for the pitch call. Now ready to go. The 0-1 is outside. Count evens up at 1-1. And that's a base hit into left field. They will hold the runner at 3rd. And so on the corners here with nobody out. 4th hit of the day for Madrid. And Danae DiMatteo will come to the plate. 2 singles and 2 RBIs, 2 for 3 on the day. As she steps back up, trying to give her team some insurance. Lady Tigers hoping to keep it at a 2-run difference here. And that's going to be a 1-hop back to Evans as she keeps it in front of her. See if Cruces is going to try to advance that runner to second here, but they may just give DiMatteo a chance to hit here. Runner gets in between. Oh, boy, they could have gone back to second there and got the runner there. But probably, to try to focus on the person at the plate. When you start trying to play that rundown game over between first and second, they'll try to send the runner home from third. Ground ball foul again over to the Las Cruces dugout, 2-1. And gets her in front of it. 2-2. Good off-speed pitch there from Rose. The 2-2. That's just going to miss low and away. Pretty good pitch there from Reagan, but couldn't keep it up above the knees. And the count full now, 3-2. Double and a single this inning for Las Cruces. Got him on second and third. And nobody out. High pop-up, that'll get out of play. And the count will stay 3-2. Big deep breath from Rose. She gets ready for the 3-2 pitch. And it's a high pop-up again. I think it'll get out of play. And it just went off the top of the netting. And we keep the count at 3-2. And it's going to lose her. Misses high and outside. And it'll be the bases loaded here for Las Cruces. And Amaya Pinedo will come to the plate. A couple of pop-outs and a strikeout in her 3 tries. But a crucial opportunity to help her team have some breathing room. Pinedo's going to send this on a line out to center field. Evans has got it. The run will score. I think there's no way to not kind of awkwardly slide into home plate on the field turf. Just looks so different on the dirt. But they get the first out to the Lady Tigers. And so they'll bring Jeslyn Gallardo back into the game. And it's runners on first and second for Las Cruces. With 1 out now. Gallardo, a pop out, a line out, and a walk. And this will be fouled off. The netting behind home plate. And she steps back into the right-hand batter's box. Rose, ready to bring the 0-1. She'll 1-hop it back to the catcher. And the count's 1-1. And that's at the knees. That's in there for a called strike. 1-2. Good location there from Rose. Runners on first and second with 1 out. And the 1-2. I guess just missed that one outside. That was a pretty good pitch from Rose. 2-2. And a ground ball right back to the pitcher. Rose will toss on to first. And that'll be 2 out. Runners do advance to second and third. But 2 down now. And if Alamo can just keep this where it is, 3 runs is considerably more doable than 4 or 5. 3 runs, I mean, that's 2 or 3 hits, and you can pull the game back even. Any more than that, obviously, it's a much tougher road to go as the pitch misses high to Munda. 1-0. Munda, a double, a walk, and a pop out in her 3 at-bats. The 1-0. Popped up, and that'll get back behind home plate. Evens up the count at 1-1. And this one is going to be hit in the air. And it's going to get into the outfield just beyond Ortiz. 1 run scores, 2 run score. That was just a little softly hit blooper out to shallow center field. And unfortunately unable to make the play. And it's now a 5-run lead for Las Cruces. 2 RBIs for Munda on the hit. Just kind of out into no man's land. As the pitch will miss high and outside to Silva. And Las Cruces get exactly what they were hoping for this inning as they increase the lead to 5. And a high pop-up. Now get out of play, 1-1. Runner on second and 2 out. So close to getting out of the inning with just 1 run across, but now 12-7 Las Cruces. And a hard hit liner to the Las Cruces dugout, 1-2. Silva, by the way, 2 lineouts, a single, a run scored, and a walk. So 1 for 3 on the day. And she'll get too far in front of that. High and foul, and out of play up the first base side. And he'll keep the count at 1-2. And this one hit in the air out to center field. Evans tracking after it. She's got it. So the inning is over, and the Lady Tigers, they'll need 5 runs to keep their season alive in the top of the 7th. On the Richardson Motor scoreboard, they trail 12-7. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 101.9.
Transform your home with Ochoa Stucco. Whether it's a fresh look or a durable finish, their expert team delivers quality and style. Say goodbye to bland exteriors and hello to stunning curb appeal. Ochoa Stucco, always a flawless finish. 442-6745.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Just keep driving. OFCU has teamed up with Casa Auto Group and Alamo Ford for another fairground sale. For a limited time starting Friday, May 15th through Monday, May 18th, you can find the perfect ride with rates as low as 4.24% APR. Drift in and take advantage of this great deal and drive away with no payments for 90 days. Limited time offer. All loans are subject to approval. Rates vary based on collateral or terms. Not all will qualify. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Top of the 7th inning for the Lady Tigers, down by 5 runs on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. 12-7, Las Cruces leads. Lady Tigers got on front 1-0 in the first. That was the last time they led. Cruces went ahead 4-1, 2 runs in the second, made it 6-1, 2 runs in the fourth, made it 8-1. As Bautista will hit a high fly ball, shallow left field, long run for Munda. She makes a wonderful underhanded grab. She had to run a long way to get to that. That was a heck of a defensive play. So it's one down. And that'll bring up Allison Cisco to the plate. And trying to bunt. She's going to pop it up. And the catcher, Silva, makes the grab. Boy, two really good defensive plays. Silva ran into the backstop. And there's two down. And it'll bring up Chloe Evans as the Lady Tigers are down to their last out. Leah Pacheco, by the way, pitching. But two swings, or two offerings, and two outs. And the Bulldogs are an out away from getting a rematch against Mayfield tomorrow. As that hits the outside corner for a called strike, 0-1. Pitch is going to miss high. Count evens up at 1-1. Lady Tigers down by 5 here at the top of the 7th. Needing base runners here. Pacheco needing the pitch call again. And now she's got it. That's going to be a little bit below the knees. 2-1. And here comes Evans. Gets a piece of it, sends it out of play. And the Lady Tigers down to their last strike here. 2-2 with the bases empty. 2 outs at the top of the 7th. And here comes the 2-2. That's in the dirt, 3-2. Rose in the on-deck circle if Evans able to reach here. 3-2 with 2 outs. Space is empty for the Lady Tigers. And Pacheco winds and deals. And she misses. Misses low there. So Lady Tigers get a base runner. And that's exactly what they need here. As Rose will come to the plate. A couple of strikeouts and a walk for her. And she'd gladly take another one of those walks here. Put 2 Spady runners on the base pass and get back to the top of the order. And Rose check swing right to first, and that is it. And Las Cruces will advance to the state championship game as they defeat the Alamogordo Lady Tigers 12-7 in the Class 5A state tournament. We'll come back and wrap it up on the Otero Federal Credit Union postgame show. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Congratulations, class of 2026. This is Deborah Romero, President and CEO of First National Bank. You have reached an incredible milestone, and we're so proud to celebrate this moment with you. As you step into what's next, know that your community is cheering you on. Keep believing in yourself and the endless possibilities ahead. Congratulations from all of us at First National Bank.
Putting you first is in our name. First National Bank.
Member FDIC.
The Winner's Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit, whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief. We can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner's Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner's Circle.
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Join the fantastic team at Ochoa Stucco. Full-time positions, on-the-job training, and competitive pay. Start a career in construction. Message Ochoa Stucco on Facebook or call 575-442-6745 to schedule an interview.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets, but I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there. To learn more, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Just keep driving. OFCU is teamed up with Casa Auto Group and Alamo Ford for another fairground sale. For a limited time, starting Friday, May 15th through Monday, May 18th, you can find the perfect ride with rates as low as 4.24% APR. Drift in and take advantage of this great deal and drive away with no payments for 90 days. Limited time offer. All loans are subject to approval. Rates vary based on collateral or terms. Not all will qualify. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1019. The Las Cruces Bulldogs defeat the Alamogordo Lady Tigers 12-7 as they advance to the Class 5A state championship game against Mayfield. They'll have to win a pair of games tomorrow against the Lady Trojans, but obviously excited for the opportunity to do so. Mayfield, the number one team pretty much all season long as they try to take home the state championship. This is the Otero Federal Credit Union post-game show. Congratulations, Lady Tigers, on a great season. You get to the Final Three. Unfortunate, obviously, that you're not able to have your number one pitcher in the game, but they rallied, and I thought Jalen Vela and Reagan Rose gave Alamogordo great opportunities to come back in this game, and Alamo very nearly did. I mean, it was 8-1, and then Alamogordo gets 6 runs in the top of the fifth inning. There it is. And bring it down to a 1-run difference. But Cruces is able to add to their lead. Picked up a run in the 5th inning, and then 2 runs in the 6th inning, made it 12-7. And then the Lady Tigers unable to get anything going in the top of the 7th inning, and come up a little bit short. But hit the ball well, gave themselves an opportunity, and unfortunately come up a little bit short. But Cruces. A lot of this started with Cruces getting the win back in Alamogordo last weekend. They get that win. They beat Piedra Vista yesterday, and they're a little bit more rested today. They only had to play a game, and that's because they were able to grab those wins and put themselves in a great position. Talked about it, how crucial it was to win early in the state tournament. Obviously, you couldn't lose the first round because you're out, but in that first part of the double elimination tournament, it just makes the road so difficult. And the Lady Tigers came up a game short of getting to the state championship game for the second time in 3 years. But, all those ladies played hard. They hit the ball really well in this tournament. That was something that they were kind of struggling with when they were playing back down at Alamo. Couldn't really get it going that well against Carlsbad and against Las Cruces. Here, they were crushing the ball. Number of different plays. I mean, pretty much everybody in the lineup had a moment where, they came up with a big hit, a big play, defensively, offensively. Just did a little bit of everything and gave themselves an opportunity. Very impressive effort here from the Lady Tigers at the state tournament. So, in this game, Monty Kosum went 3 for 4 with 2 RBIs, 3 singles. Haley Evans 2 for 4 with a single, a double, and 2 runs scored. Chloe Lenar did hit in the first inning, but just couldn't stay out there with the leg injury that she had. But she did pick up an RBI in the sacrifice fly. And then Elise Roman in her spot hit a RBI single and a run scored in the fifth. That was that big fifth inning for the Lady Tigers. Davi Gonzalez just absolutely was crushing the ball all tournament. She had a home run in the game against Centennial, which kind of broke that game open. She had a big home run that helped beat Carlsbad last weekend. And in this one, she went double single, a run scored. And then Iceland Ortiz, a single. It was Alyssa Batista with a single, an RBI, and a run scored, and a walk. Allison Cisco, a single, a walk, and a run scored. And a walk for Chloe Evans, and a walk for Reagan Rose. So Lady Tigers had their chances at the plate, but unfortunately couldn't convert a few more to give themselves a chance to win the ball game. And shout out to Reagan Rose and Jalen Vela. Neither of them necessarily expected to be pitching up here at the state tournament, and Jalen was able to come in and get the last two outs of the game against Centennial, and then in this game, kept it within reach and gave themselves an opportunity. So that's all you can ask for there. It's an eighth grader and a freshman that, like I said, weren't necessarily expecting to be pitching in those big spots, and I thought did a fine job. So that is going to do it for our high school sports broadcasting for this season. As the Lady Tigers season comes to a close, what a great year for them. 2 seed in the state. They make it to the Final 3. Should be super proud of their effort. Best of luck to the Bulldogs and the Trojans tomorrow in the Class 5A state championship. That should be a really good matchup. And I don't know if there's anything else to really add there. Best of luck to Alamogordo Track and Field. They're busy over at the UNM Track and Field Complex today, and will continue on tomorrow. We'll try to post some results later tonight once I get back into town and I can pare through all the results and stuff. And that's the last bit of high school sports that is going on. Tularosa Lady Cats this week making it to the Final 6 in the state tournament. Very, very proud of their season, and I think that was all that we had left this week. Congrats to Alamogordo Golf. Boys finishing second, girls finishing third on Monday and Tuesday at the 5A state tournament. And really great effort for them for sure. So, by the way, I want to give a shout out to both the Lady Bulldogs and Lady Tigers. Lots of hugs. There's a lot of connections between the Cruces schools and Alamogordo. A lot of these ladies play on same travel teams and such. And just a lot of good sportsmanship, I thought, after the game. It was really wonderful to see. Same for the Cruces fans. They were cheering on at the Alamo kids at the end of the game. So kudos to them for sure. All right, that'll do it for our broadcast. And the Alamogordo Lady Tigers fall 12-7, just a game shy of the state championship game. Great effort over the last 24, 36 hours or so. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll send you back to ESPN Radio here on Alamo Sports and Talk. We'll be back with you on the Roundup on Monday, get a full recap of all of the final week of high school sports in New Mexico. So we'll talk to you then.
Nearly half a century ago, the New Mexico Museum of Space History in Alamogordo opened to chronicle the state's participation in mankind's steps to live and work in space.
Alamogordo, New Mexico, home of the State Hall of Fame.
These are the stories of the land